Hi there, it's Anasika from scrapalicious.com. I created this card a while back, but for some reason I hadn't uploaded the video, so here it goes. I'm using different kinds of dyes, all from Gummiapan and available from the Swedish Craft House online store. And I'm using this title for, or the sentiment really, for the card called Carpe Diem. And the papers I'm using are Peon Design, and I've already cut the main piece of the card really, which is the square that you see here, or the rectangle, and I die cut two shapes of the triangle ones, and I'm planning on making a shaker card, and I'm just using an acetate sheet to cover those so the sequins won't fall out of the card, which would be a bad idea. I'm just trying to figure out the size of the main piece and making sure that my acetate sheet is smaller. Then I'm using the Nuvo glue pen, and this is the medium size, and I really like how sticky it is. It really keeps everything in place. It makes it quite easy to get really close to those triangles and any small spaces as well, really. I really like this glue, and it sticks. If you use it, these things don't move at all. I'm just burnishing it, so make sure that there are no air bubbles anywhere. And then the cover is essentially ready. Now, in order to make a shake card, you will be needing foam tape, so I'm just adding foam tape to basically shut each triangle, so that there'll be two spaces of sequence pockets really, and I'm doubling up everything to make sure that the sequence really moves around and shake better really. Now the piece is all foamed up and ready to be stuck on the front of the card. I'm just adding these pretty pink sequences in each of the triangle, and I'm not adding too much. I just want it to be a fair amount and that it does shake about. And then have to make sure that things don't go anywhere where they shouldn't be. So I'm adding a white cardstock as a backing for the triangles before I really stick it to the card base itself. I could do that really, but I didn't want to make it, I want to keep it like centered-ish, but if I would add it straight to the card base, it might be a wee bit crooked. It wouldn't work. Oh sorry, I'm adding acetate sheet to the back. Sorry about that. But of course you could add cardstock if you want to. Just making sure that they don't go outside the line really. And of course I have to add a bit of adhesive so to make sure that the everything sticks to the card base itself. So I'm just trying to figure out where the center is, and when I'm happy I just stick it down and it's all good to go really. And I'm just eyeballing it. I'm not measuring or anything like that, just hoping that things will work out. Oh, so far so good, right? And now we have the sentiment. I have both white, I die cut the sentiment from white cardstock and then from the pink paper in the peon design. And the peon design is quite, the papers are quite thin, so just be careful, they might be a bit flimsy, so that is a good idea to have a cardstock backing them really. And I just added this a sticky glue, and now I'm just figuring out where to place my sentiment. And of course I need more glue. You can basically use any glue you want really, just use your favorite adhesive. I'm just finding the right placing here and there. And just be careful when you're adding glue to the back of these, because these are quite delicate and detailed. So a little goes a long way. Now I want to add flowers to the card. So I have this small bowl of pretty flowers from Swedish House Crafts, and I really like these flowers. These blossoms are oh so pretty. And I really love how the center is colored while everything else is white or cream. They just look ever so pretty and fluffy and quite adorable. I really like them. I'm just figuring out where to place these because I do like adding flowers to my cards. And I'm just using liquid glue to stick them to the card. I find because they're quite bulky, liquid glue is the best choice, or at least for me. Make sure that they actually stay there and stay for good. Basically so they don't fall off the card when you take it out of the envelope. That would not be a good idea. And I'm adding some smaller ones just to add to the dimension of the card really. These are just plain paper flowers. I'm just sticking them next to the larger flowers just to create a bit more visually pleasing kind of a card really. And if I can use flowers anywhere, I try to use quite a lot of them. I do like the look of flowers on cards. And that actually finishes the card, and it's all ready to go. And I have several still shots for you to take a closer look, and I also added several sequences here and there just to add to the sparkle. So thanks ever so much for watching. Bye.